White Sand episode 1. I'll be watching it from Crunchyroll's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0, go! Alright, I'm pumped up for this, because the key visual looks pretty nice, actually. Kind of gives me some PA Works vibes. Kinda. Don't know whether the case is going to be where they're going to animate the series or not, but I'll definitely keep an eye out on the credits. Gotta admit though, the animation looks pretty good. Background art's got a nice amount of detail, especially considering some of the animes I saw last night, where you can really tell in those animes there was a lack of detail. It's actually nice to see. Even the CGI, like with the vehicle that was passing by and the motorbike, it looks good. Aww. I already have a feeling I'm gonna adore her, at least so far. I wonder what's going to be the story behind that kid that just ate the fish like that. I don't know, even like how when she's moving, you can even see her hair move behind her back of her head. I like that. Some animes don't even bother with those little details. Aww. Hopefully eventually things can change and she can at the very least get somewhat closer to pursuing her dream eventually. Ah. Damn! Yo! That's freaking cold. But, I mean, I guess that is reality. Man, that must be so awkward, though, saying that immediately after you realize that Buko was arguing that you were pretty much subtly jabbing her. Oh, I don't think that's the case. Because usually in this kind of work, things just happen. Sometimes the dice just doesn't roll your way. But interesting though, you normally it's normal. Oh damn! The animation looks good. Holy shit! Hand-drawn characters moving in the background. I'm so used to seeing robotics, CG-like animation when it comes to portrayal of background movements. Okay, definitely impressed with the production values right now. I mean, at the very least, hopefully the warm welcome, even though, yes, it's probably not going to make her get cheered up completely, I hope it can at the very least have some kind of effect. I'm only liking the vibes though because in most animes it's usually the main character is trying to pursue their dream. In this case, it's going to be like the recovery of what would happen after you fail in achieving your dreams. Welcome to Okinawa. Gotta admit though, even the CGI for the fish look pretty good if you ask me. I love seeing how much of a long way anime has come because I remember back in, not even that long ago, whenever they had aquariums, you had fish and a lot more still looking CGI. So it's one of the fun things keeping up with every anime for like the last 5 seasons when it comes to non-sequel, non-spin-offs. I gotta watch it! It's just that our girl's probably, no, she's so sad. She probably makes it obvious that things in her life aren't going well right now. I have a feeling she's probably going to be a figurative next oil salesperson. Well, you know what? I could be wrong. Probably because she can slip out of hands. Because if she were a really major, if she had like a heavy job, her hands would be a lot more drier. I like that she's following the line and sinker for this, but then again, she is a youngin though. Because she is young. I like how it went from her trying to go to get her fortune to now talking about the fortune lady's problems. It's fucking adorable. Whew. I mean, I do hope legitimately that she does have a good encounter, though, because honestly, I mean, girl, she, at least from what they've shown so far, she seems like a sweet lady, especially considering the fact that she didn't seem to be just one bit towards the person that got the role that she was going for. Alright, you know what? Guess I was wrong about the fortune teller lately. She's actually a cool chick. Alright. Actually glad I was wrong. Damn! The castle is now gone! Oh shit. Okay. I am thoroughly freaking impressed. Because honestly, this season has been like one of the, not saying that the season sucks, but it's been one of the weaker seasons visually so far. Like, very few visual gems. Vanitas is one of the visual gems this season, this series. But this series just is a step above Vanitas visually. I don't know what's with that kid though, because that's like the second or third time we see him again. You know, sometimes it's one of the best things to do in life when it's got shut down. You sometimes just want to slow things down. Just look at the scenery, and sometimes that can actually help you out. Whoa! No, there's no way she slept through the whole night. What? She actually did. Oh shit! Yeah, I wonder if that kid walking around had something to do with like doing that circle there. It wouldn't exactly surprise me. You know, I actually like the nice, bright vibes of the soundtrack. It actually does look pretty dang good. Good thing I ate breakfast because I'm not that fish would have instantly given me pain just looking at how delicious it is. Aww. I like that. At the very least, it shows you aside from our weird beauty having a job going by the implications and also having a sense of responsibility, she also has a nice, bright, energetic vibe. So I'd say so far some pretty good characterization. The only thing is, though, her excuse of staying out with a friend, that can only really work for so long. So I do hope that she has a game plan. Eventually, not right now though, because the whole excuse of staying out with a friend can at the very least work for maybe like a week or so. Hmm. Oh. I'm already liking the Kudo chick. I like how she's trying to nudge into the direction of. The thing is, though, in school, she's gonna have to bend backwards a little bit by going along with the subject that she's in class in. But I do like how it shows you how Our Lady is a bit of a scatterbrain too, aside from showing how energetic she is. So like it's giving her at the very least a few character flaws so that she ain't just a perfect protagonist. So, if anything, I'd say it's making Kokoro at least a bit more of a balanced protagonist so far. Oh, so it was the boy. Or should I say the girl? They haven't really specified gender yet, and I'm not gonna assume until they mention it straight up. Because you never know of anime. Seems fluid. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, I was kind of getting worried for a second. Woo! Well, it ain't that per se, but she ain't completely far off the mark of the issues that lie with her moral, emotional issues for the most part. Yeah, I wonder if she's gonna meet Kuroguru there in the aquarium because that's my gut feeling. Because the series is gonna have to find a way of naturally having its main ladies meet, and that'd be one of the most natural ways of pulling it off. You know, with how beautifully they're portraying Okinawa, it actually kind of makes me want to visit there someday. Like, seriously, it looks absolutely utterly gorgeous. Let me have curious to look up pictures of how it looks like in real life, just out of sheer curiosity now. Once, of course, I finish reacting to the episode. I'm not going to do that during my reaction. I wonder if they actually went to real life locations and just had the animators look at the locations and render the locations to like a T, because this is like an extreme amount of detail. Because I've heard of some animes doing that. I remember the last 2 seasons I've seen a few anime like Uzaki-chan do that. I remember Gekige no Gitaro doing it too in an episode. And it's a shame that she really didn't have to spend the whole summer break working. But hey, sometimes in life it doesn't give you luxuries like rest. You just gotta make do with what it gives you. And I like that bit of characterization there where we see how she reacts when she's in a situation that actually makes her a bit angry. Like, oh, that creature's fucking adorable. Maybe its purpose is to stay hidden though. Oh. Oh, that's so damn fucking cute. That is kind of sad to hear, but you know what? I like that's realistic in life, because you can try your best sometimes and it might not even be enough. Because in so many animes now, it's like, yeah, work hard and boom, you're gonna succeed. Well, it ain't like that in all cases. It is like that in a portion of cases. Hmm. Kind of like I'm impressed, and here at the very least, it's showing you in a small amount of time how things really broke down for her. And it does it efficiently too. What? No, no. Oh, wait. Is there gonna be actually a sci-fi or a fantasy element to it? Or maybe it's a daydream. I mean, okay, this is interesting. I mean, I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting a anime grounded in like absolute reality. But hey, if it has some fantasy or sci-fi elements spliced, I'll welcome that with open arms, depending on how they execute it. I gotta admit that little turtle swimming around. It's actually pretty cute. Oh, who knows? Maybe she's gonna want to be inclined of working in the aquarium potentially. I mean, maybe that's just what she's feeling in her heart, and that's not actually what's happening right now. Maybe it's implying that she's found a new purpose in life. And that's where she's wrong, though. She still has her life. She's just gonna have to continue finding out a new purpose in her life. And she's still super, but I could see why she'd perceive it that way, though, because when you're down in the dumps, yeah, you're not gonna have much self-confidence anymore. At least for a small while. Yeah, like you know, I love how you even see in some of like the aquatic life, some of the submarine water effects on the creatures. Oh, so she was. Okay, yeah, I was thinking that, yeah. Part of it, that she was daydreaming. Hmm. I wonder if it's going to be a major plot twist. I mean, hey, she's got spare time. Might as well take on the full experience. Alright. As far as first episodes go, that was actually a decent start. Now, if I had to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10. Oh, so it actually is PA Works! Okay, good, okay. I had a feeling it was going to be PA Works just because of key visuals, because I was like, the key visuals, it screamed PA Works. In the background art, it screamed PA Works. The only other studio that makes backgrounds consistently like that, with that kind of detail stuff from PA Works, would be KyoAni. But I was just thinking PA Works because the character design screamed PA Works. Not KyoAni. So that's why by process of elimination I was like, yep. Had to be. Oh, and even the fish too, it gave me some vibes to some of their other animes too. The one that Maeda from like Shiroi that they did a few seasons ago kind of gave me similar vibes when it comes to the CG animation for the fish. Only much more advanced version of that. As for the ED itself, I like it. The song itself is good, and while yes, it's just fish just swimming around, it fits in with the series, considering what it's shown off so far. It's quite a description there. Aw, that way the kid's looking at the crowd is so dang adorable, with awe and excitement, and wonder too. This is adorable, the penguin. Oh! And like it shows you how well Kurudu interacts with children too, for the most part. Aww. Hey, I wonder if our girl's gonna latch onto that opportunity. I had a feeling. Like the moment she started fantasizing about being with the animals, I'm like, this is like our girl's gonna probably want to work in the aquarium. There was just way too much setup for that not to happen. Okay. Now, if I had to rate this episode, I was. Now, here's my skill because usually people think that 10's a bad score, but no, that's a good score. If I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional, I'm actually going to give it a 7.25 out of 10. I thought as far as first episodes go, it was actually good because, for one, well, yes, you could argue from a plot standpoint, yeah, the pacing wasn't the most quickest in the world. Because if we had to break down what happened bit by bit narratively, what the episode did was it shows us some characterization for Kururu, and I thought it gave her at least a good amount of characterization. And it also showed us a bit of Fuka's past, and it pretty much was just her going to the aquarium. So if you had to break it bit by bit of what happened to the episode, you could argue that it didn't do much. But regardless, it did something more important, and that is giving characterization to Fuka and Kurudo, and I think that's much more important than it going for straight up trying to go through as many narrative beats as possible. Let me explain why that's more important. Because with Fuka, it gives us everything we need to know about her. She's down on her luck. She tried her best to pursue her dream, and she was just trying to figure herself out, but she was just trying to go through anything that got her attention. In the meantime, while she's still reeling back from the trauma of not being able to achieve her dream, but simultaneously, I do like how when it comes to Fuka, it actually does establish that when you see people close to her actually have success, you don't see her actually get angry or salty about that. And I like it. It establishes her maturity, and especially given the fact that she's got quite a bit of bravery being by herself at that age. And another thing I do like is that, yeah, the episode does establish that she is kind of shy in a way. That's actually pretty cool. So they do a good job of making her feel lively, even though she isn't an extrovert. She is a well done character nonetheless. And I like the characterization with Kurudu too, because with her, you see that she, yes, even though she just jokes around, and it's even does kind of do a slight comedic jab at her when it says straight up that she should have more interest in humanity than aquatic life. I like that bit of stuff because at least here, it shows us instantly the type of stuff that Kurudu's interested in. And she ain't really super interested in academics that much. But in showing that she does have a job, it shows you that, yes, even though it looks like she may not be the most, say, educational savvy individual, she does have a lot of maturity in a way to be able to maintain a job while going to school at her age. So that's why I like the characterization in the episode. Yes, there wasn't massive amounts of story beats or plot progression going on in the episode, and if anyone were to make that argument, I wouldn't necessarily blame them, but I think it did enough in establishing the character personalities where I could overlook it not going through a lot of narrative beats. Yes, you could say that PA Works was a little bit indulgent because there were times where they were sometimes focusing a little bit too much on background shots, because this is something they kind of did do in some of their other animes. Like, you could really make that argument, and I wouldn't necessarily argue against that, because when they did do The Day I Became a God, that series also kind of rushed in its final bits too, where sometimes in the anime, PA Works dragged narrative along when they were just showing establishment shots, but not, say, a lot of character dialogue. But at the very least so far, it doesn't seem like that draggy, only in a few bits. But you could also chalk that up as PA Works wanted to establish the environment that our main characters are in too. But overall, though, yes. There were a few instances where, yeah, PA Works kind of did overindulge in the visuals just a little bit too much when there weren't some massive amounts of dialogue going on. But for the most part, the characterization makes up for the lack in speed and narratively. Now, aside from that, the visual quality was amazing. I mean, you have background animation, characters moving in the background. You've got beautifully detailed environments. From a visual standpoint, the episode did not disappoint. If anything, it's looking even better than PX Visual Animes, because I did see The Day I Became a God anime. In that series, you had sometimes the CGI fish in that series not look this great. In this series, you can tell the visual quality for the CGI work on Aquatic Life that PA Works does. It's looking better, and that's with like almost a year gap. So that's impressive. So you can really tell, at least in this series, that there has been at least a bit of growth from an animation studio to witness from PA Works. So visually, I think it was pretty jaw-dropping. As for voice performances, that was also another thing that was done great. I really liked them. And that's why I thought the episode was at least above average at a 7.25 out of 10. While yes, it wasn't the most exciting intro I've seen to a series, I think it was still pretty good. And I think its characters did a good job in carrying the load for the most part, alongside the visuals. And if those of you that are curious, yes, I'm definitely going to be reacting to episode 2. Like, there is no doubts about that. I really enjoyed the first episode, so yeah. Why not? Why not an episode 2 reaction? I actually want to see it so badly. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I'd really love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, or subscribe, and I will see y'all later if you come back for more. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all very much for watching my video, and I hope y'all have a fun, great, safe, and fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.